A shakeup for the Spokane Fire Department after Mayor Lisa Brown announces she is transitioning the role for fire chief.
Winter weather is back in the forecast. We're talking widespread snow and much colder temperatures.
Are more likely to have a lower life expectancy than people who live in other parts of Washington.
A new report shows air pollution impacting 16 communities across the state, including Spokane. Why it's being linked to a shorter lifespan tonight. And thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. We begin now with some breaking news. Spokane's fire chief will apparently no longer lead the department.
New Mayor Lisa Brown said today the city will be transitioning the role of fire chief.
In a somewhat vague statement from Brown, she did not specify whether Chief Brian Schaefer is stepping down or being removed from his position. He has been with the department since 2005 and was appointed chief in 2017.
Brown's statement reads in part, I am consulting with fire department leadership, including Chief Brian Schaefer, to develop a plan and process for transitioning the role of fire chief. Discussions are underway and scheduled to continue over the next week. As the plan is being developed, the Spokane Fire Department will continue to provide excellent public safety services for our community every day.
And KREM 2 is working to find out more about this. We'll make sure to bring you updates just as soon as we learn more.
Well, the Spokane man convicted of a murder that he committed back in 1994 is back in court to be resentenced for that crime a second time.
Kevin Boot has already served almost 30 years in prison for killing Felicia Reese.
KREM 2's Amanda Rowley sat in on that hearing all day long today, where Boot is hoping for a lowered sentence. Amanda?
I'm at the Spokane County Courthouse where a convicted murderer is hoping a judge will reduce his sentence to 30 years. Now, the last time he was here, that very same judge gave him a 50-year sentence.
In 1994, a 17-year-old Kevin Boot, alongside his cousin, kidnapped, robbed, and killed Felicia Reese in cold blood. A jury convicted him 2 years later of aggravated first-degree murder, costing him life in prison without parole. But then, a 2012 U.S. Supreme Court ruling determined a juvenile couldn't be sentenced to life without parole. That's why 5 years later, Judge Raymond Clary resentenced Boot to 50 years with credit for time served. The Court of Appeals later ruled that sentence is the same as life in prison and should be reissued. The hearing for Boot's second resentencing started this morning with a letter from Felicia's mother read by a family friend.
My soul aches every single day since my beloved daughter was thoughtlessly murdered. Kevin Boot does not deserve mercy, just as he did not show mercy towards Felicia.
Then the defense called on Grady Mitchell, who shared a prison cell with Boot for 20 years. In that time, he says Boot became remorseful and took steps to change.
Have you seen in any other inmate you've known over the years the kind of rehabilitation, the maturation, the calmness settle on anybody else better than it settled on Kevin?
I would say equal to.
The state is requesting a 40-year sentence, while Boot is seeking a 30-year sentence with credit for time served. He's already served almost 30 years. This would not release him from prison, but it would make him eligible for parole soon.
Judge, you're not setting him free. You are setting the date when the parole board can begin looking at him.
Boot told the judge he's changed. He even listed several volunteer redemption programs he's participated in and now leading in prison.
What is it you want?
The opportunity for people to see me for who I am now and not who I was at 17.
Who were you at 17?
Monster.
Boot closed by apologizing to Felicia's family, to his own family, and the Spokane community for what he did.
Attorneys wrapped up presenting their evidence and arguments, and the judge will consider all of that, and now we'll wait for the ruling. Reporting from the Spokane County Courthouse, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you. And now let's switch gears. We want to take a first look at the forecast with our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo.
Jeremy, you've been talking about the possibility of snow moving in by the end of the week. How do we still feel about that today?
Way worse.
Oh, no.
I know. It's one of those ones where I tried. I really did. I thought, this is going to happen. I'm excited. We're going to do it. No, it's kind of dismal.
Oh,
That's not good.
all right.
I know, right?
We kind of need it, don't we?
Let's dive in. And there's a few reasons why. Some of the forecast models just seem to be backing off entirely. Some are saying, oh, it's going to be all rain instead of snow because of what we've seen so far this year. So for me, I'm going to kind of split the difference, and I'll talk why coming up in the full forecast. But right now, we've got a little bit of activity. More rain than snow coming down here in Spokane. You get up in the mountains, you don't even have to go that high, up over 3,000 feet, and you're looking at snow coming down. So yes, there is a bit of a change. Now, that moves up into the mountains by tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to see another round that moves in kind of tomorrow evening, and it is a little bit of a rain-snow mix, and then it works its way back up, kind of similar to what we saw today. But tomorrow evening plays a huge role in what we wind up seeing as we get into the weekend. The reason being, tomorrow is a cold front. So our temperatures go from 38 tomorrow to 37 Friday to 36 on Saturday. You're going, oh, okay, 1 degree a day. That's nothing crazy. But what's happening is not only are we cooling down here on the ground, but in the atmosphere overhead. So for me, it says, ooh, there's a possibility of snow Saturday. That does look pretty okay. But next week, it looks a little bit colder and a little bit wetter. So I'm not giving up hope just yet.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Just into our newsroom, the Washington Department of Ecology has released the cause of the mysterious sheen found along the Spokane River.
Yeah, the department says that sheen was caused by the Inland Empire Paper Company.
The Department of Ecology says the company experienced a cooling equipment failure that resulted in a mineral oil leak. The paper company says that leak was quickly resolved and they notified the department.
So the department says the oil is non-hazardous, it is not harmful to human or to aquatic life.
Meantime, when it comes to water conservation, the state is looking ahead to the future.
An audit found that Washington needs more reliable data about how much water is being used and how much is actually needed.
Maybe good today, but from 5 years from now, 10 years from now, things will change. The increasing population, are we going to be able to serve all of those people that do come into our state? And with climate change, we don't know what the impact will be with that as well.
To prepare, the state auditor's office is making several recommendations. It asks the Department of Health, which oversees the efficiency of city water utilities, to improve procedures for data collection.
It suggests giving ecology more oversight into conserving water in these systems, and it asks the legislature to consider exemptions for small water systems to help communities with fewer financial resources.
Tonight, state capitals on alert after several states received bomb threats and had to evacuate.
Yeah, Montana was among the states which received one of those threats.
The Associated Press reports the threats came over email and had government offices in at least 23 states listed as recipients. At this point, no states have reported finding any threatening items in their buildings.
In Washington, the State Patrol says no threats have been reported in Olympia, but the lawmakers are set to return to session on Monday.